Fairfax County, there's a narrow tunnel most people avoid at night. It's old, concrete walls stained from years of rain and decay. A single road passes through it, just wide enough for one car. Locals call it something simple, Bunnyman Bridge. During the day, it looks normal, nothing special, just another forgotten place. But at night, it feels different. The air gets colder, the silence feels heavier, and even people who don't believe in anything say they feel like they're being washed. The story goes back decades. Some say early 19th century, others say it was later. But the version most people agree on starts the same way. A bus, transporting patients from a mental asylum. Something went wrong. No one knows exactly what, but the bus crashed somewhere near the woods surrounding the bridge. Most of the patients were found, captured within days, but not all of them. One never came back. At first, it didn't seem important. People assumed he died in the woods, or wandered too far to survive. But then, things started showing up. Dead animals, not just killed, but torn apart, hung from trees, left near the bridge, days apart, then closer together. People started reporting strange sightings. A figure, tall, standing near the edge of the tunnel. At first, no one took it seriously. They thought it was just someone trying to scare people. A prank. Until someone got closer. One night, a teenager drove through the tunnel with his friends. Just for fun. Just to prove nothing was there. As they entered the tunnel, the headlights hit something. Someone standing in the middle of the road. He wasn't moving. They slowed down. At first, it looked like a man. Then they noticed what he was wearing. A dirty, torn, rabbit costume. The mask was wrong. Not clean. Not like something you would buy. It looked old, rotting. The ears bent, the face cracked, and the man underneath was standing still. They laughed nervously. One of them rolled down the window and said, "Nice costume, man." No response. The figure slowly raised his arm, and that's when they saw it. An axe, rusty, heavy. Before anyone could react, he stepped forward, fast. They slammed the gas. The car sped through the tunnel. None of them spoke until they were miles away. They never went back, but they weren't the only ones. Over the years, more people reported the same thing, the same figure, the same costume. Always near the bridge, always watching. Some say he chases cars, others say he appears behind people walking through the tunnel. But the creepiest reports are the quiet ones. People say they never really saw him, but they heard something. Footsteps behind them. Slow. Heavy. Matching their pace. But every time they turned around, nothing was there. Some say if you stop in the middle of the tunnel at night and turn off your lights, you will hear something move in the darkness. Not far. Close. Right behind you. It doesn't start with something dramatic. No screams, no sudden attacks. It starts quietly. A knock. Somewhere in the United States, late at night, a man was sitting alone in his house. The TV was on, but muted. Just background noises. Outside, it was completely dark. No cars, no movement. Then, he looked toward the door, confused. It was late. Too late for anyone to be visiting. He waited, then another knock. This time, it was louder. He stood up slowly, walked toward the door. Something already felt off. Not fear. Not yet. Just a strange feeling, like something wasn't right. He reached the door, looked through the peephole. 2 kids standing on the porch. They looked normal, just pale, wearing simple clothes, standing still, too still. He hesitated. He thought it was a setup. Then one of them spoke. "Sir, can you let us in?" The voice was calm, flat, no emotion. The man frowned. "Where are your parents?" Then the second child spoke. "We just need to come inside." The man felt it, that shift, that feeling in his chest, turning into something heavier, something closer to fear. "I can call someone for you," he said. Silence. Then the first child took a small step forward. "We can't come in unless you invite us." The man froze. Something about that sentence didn't feel normal. It was weird. Didn't feel like something a child would say. He leaned closer to the peephole, trying to see their faces more clearly, and that's when he noticed their eyes. Completely black. No white, no pupils, just complete darkness. He stepped back immediately, heart racing now. "I am not letting you in." Then silence. Then a harder knock. The voice changed. Still calm, but now more demanding. "Let us in." The man backed away. Something in his body was telling him, "Open the door." Not logically, but like pressure. Like something was pushing him to do it. He shook his head. No. 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 Silence again. Then nothing. No knocking. No voices. Just quiet. He waited. Minutes passed. Finally, he moved forward slowly. Looked through the peephole again. Nothing. They were gone. No footsteps. No sound of them leaving. Just gone. He didn't sleep that night. And he wasn't the only one. Across the country, similar reports started appearing. Different people, different places, same description. Children late at night, knocking on doors, asking to come inside, and always the same eyes, completely black. Some people said they saw them outside their car windows, at gas stations, empty parking lots, always asking for something simple. "Give us a ride. Let us in." and every person who encountered them said the same thing. The feeling, that pressure, like something was trying to control them, to make them say yes, to make them open the door. Some gave in, but those stories never had clear endings. They don't break in. They don't force their way inside. They wait until you let them. In New York City, the streets are never truly empty. Even late at night, there is always something. A passing car, a distant sound, someone walking far away. But sometimes there's nothing. One night, a man was walking home, alone. It was late, past midnight. The streets were unusually quiet. No cars, no voices. Just the sound of his own footsteps echoing against the buildings. He didn't think much of it. He'd taken this route many times before. Until he noticed someone far ahead, standing under a streetlight, perfectly still. At first, it didn't seem strange, just another person out late. But something felt off, the way he stood. Too straight, not moving at all, just staring at the light. As he got closer, he could see more clearly. The figure was wearing a suit, clean, formal, out of place for that time of night. And then he saw his face. He was smiling, a really wide smile, too stretched, like it wasn't meant to be there. The man felt a sudden chill. Every instinct told him, don't look at him. So he looked away and kept walking. As he passed him, he could feel it, the presence, right beside him. Close enough to touch, but he didn't turn his head. He just kept walking, slowly, carefully. Then he heard something. Footsteps behind him, matching his own pace. Not faster, not slower, exactly the same. He swallowed, still not turning around. The footsteps continued. Then they stopped. The man kept walking, trying to stay calm, trying to act normal. Then something made him look back, just for a second. The figure was closer now, much closer, still smiling, still staring directly at him. And then he started moving again, but not like before. His movements were wrong, unnatural, almost like he was dancing. Slow, exaggerated steps, twisting slightly as he walked, but never breaking that smile. The man's heart started pounding. He crossed the street, quickly, trying to create distance. But when he looked again, the smiling man had crossed too, still following, still moving in that strange, unnatural way. Still smiling, wider now. The man picked up his pace, faster, but the footsteps behind him kept matching perfectly, no matter how fast he went. Then suddenly, silence. The footsteps stopped again. The man froze. Slowly, he turned around. The smiling man was standing still, right in the middle of the street, watching him. Then, very slowly, he tilted his head and raised one hand, not waving, not pointing, just lifting it slightly. Then he spoke, but the voice was too quiet to hear. Just a whisper. The man couldn't understand the words, but he understood one thing. It wasn't meant to be heard. It was meant for him. Then the smiling man lowered his hand, turned around, and walked away. Back into the darkness, still smiling, never looking back. The man stood there for a long time, not moving, not breathing properly, trying to process what just happened. He never saw him again, but years later, he said one thing stayed with him. It wasn't the smile that scared him. It was the feeling that if he had reacted, even slightly, it wouldn't have ended the same way. Thank you friends for watching. Please hit the subscribe button to keep the channel up. Have a wonderful night.